There they are. It's Parent Like a Champ night. How's it going, guys? Is Friday night a bad time at 8:30? I don't know. For us, it's not because we're always home or working, right?
No, so we're still at the school right now.
Think if you're parenting like a champ and you're out on Friday night, maybe you're not parenting like a champ. I'm just saying, right? So with that said, how's it going, everybody? Good. I see we're populating in the background. Miss Candace. Hey, Candace. Mm-hmm. Hey, how's it going, guys? Awesome. Ronnie, Juan, Jessica, awesome.
Oh, nice.
Jennifer. Hey, Jennifer. How's it going? Hope you guys are good. They're in Colorado, right?
I think so,
Colorado.
Yes.
You guys, if you think about it, pop a comment on there and let us know where you're checking in from. So, I posted up that title that says, I hate you, Mom, or I hate you, Dad. And I'm just going to say I've never heard that in my house. But I have heard it. Because I've been around a lot of kids in the last 20 plus years teaching martial arts, right? I have heard it. And shocked every time. I've heard it sitting in restaurants. I've, someone having a fit. I hate you. And it's like, did that kid really just say that? Are you, Abby? Hey, Abby. Are you kidding me? Really, right? So, we wanted to kind of talk a little bit tonight about what are you doing, or what and give you some hacks, some steps on what you can do to help kids with respect, and kind of more specifically, I think tonight, not just general respect, but respecting maybe your spouse or the other parent. And that's why I said I hate you, Mom, I hate you, Daddy. I've heard those things, and it just always kind of makes my skin crawl, and it makes me sad. I mean, sad.
And you hear parents say, "Oh, they're just so ungrateful. They just don't appreciate anything."
And it's apparent that the parent doesn't know exactly how to handle it, or they think what they're doing is right. In my humble opinion, if you're already at that point, something's not right. Something's not right. Now, will a kid get upset and twist out of shape once in a great while to the point of doing that? Maybe, but it should be pretty rare. Just something real quick that's kind of a side note. Never, ever, ever forget this. This is difficult. You should always have a relationship with your children that allows them to feel comfortable communicating anything to you.
Absolutely.
I'm going to say that again. You should always have a relationship with your children that they feel comfortable communicating anything with you. And so I'm going to pre-qualify our talk with that. Did I say it was easy?
Oh, no.
No, it is not easy. It is so uncomfortable if something goes wrong sometimes for them to come to you, because they know consequences. Oh no, there's going to be if they've done something wrong. So, but they still need to be able to come. And the reason this is important, it's so important that we control our emotions and our anger. Our anger can be our default emotion that we just flash to, right?
Right.
Whenever, something goes wrong and it's like, we can't do that, because that scares them and puts their barrier up where, I don't like that anger. It's scary. It's uncomfortable. So as parents, no matter how bad something is they do, we've always kind of got to have I hate to say this, but our poker face on, and be calm about it and not flash. I have flashed a bazillion times. I don't know anybody that hasn't, but we got to control it the best we can. So we want them to know they can come talk to us, right? I think that's
absolutely
huge.
Yes. Yeah, that is huge, and being able to
Hey, Tammy, I just saw my sister is watching.
That's awesome.
Pumped. Nice to see you on, Tammy.
Now I don't know what the heck I was talking about.
I don't know. Apparently it didn't matter. Sorry, guys. My adult ADD kicked in, I guess. I don't know.
All right. So you have a story that you came and told me. It was, whenever you've been in a family, I've been in Chip's family.
I said something that you wanted to hear again? Yes.
No, that doesn't happen very often. You guys need to take notes.
Because I've never heard that before.
Okay, so whenever you've been in a family as long as I've been in Chip's family, you've heard a lot of stories of things, whenever, like his parents, whenever they were younger, when they were dating. And so Chip's mom shared a story with him earlier this week, and I thought, oh my gosh, that is so good. I've never heard it. It was new for me, but it was amazing, because I think a lot of times, we've talked to kids here, we've had these conversations with our kids about valuing things. You know, I remembered Slade was pretty little, and we had just moved into our house that we live in now, and he had an absolute little fit, and he kicked the door and he knocked a hole in it. And
Must be my son.
I about choked him. And I did have a flash. It was like maybe there was a hot flash going on. I don't know. But I had a flash of, I'm going to beat you. And we had a discussion, but then the discussion was...
You mean it's normal to feel that way sometimes?
Oh, heck yeah. Oh. Yeah, no.
Because there's probably somebody watching going, oh, no.
No, because there was none of this, was that a good decision? There was I'm going to pull your little head off. And so, don't you ever. But the thing is, it's that, because what we really want to talk about tonight is the value. You know, it was bigger than the door. It was, okay, somebody's got to fix that. Who's going to fix that? And, valuing and taking care of things is so important for kids to know and to understand. So your mom had a really, really awesome story.
I think how teaching that value helps to teach respect for the other parents sometimes too. So
so you got a story. I want you to share that with everybody, because I thought, oh man, that's so good. Don't lay your head on me. You'll take a nap.
Sorry, you
You'll
smell so nice. So
okay, keep going.
So a while recently, I was visiting with my mom. I went over there. It was actually this week. I spent a couple hours kind of visiting, and she and I were talking. We're talking about parenting and kids, just all kinds of things. And so understand that a huge percentage of what you hear from me, especially, and her, I got from my mom. And she has amazing parents and had amazing parenting coming up too. So, and very similar parenting styles between our families and stuff. So with that said, one time I have two older sisters. One of them's on watching, so she may get some comments going here. Two of my older sisters, before I came along, they were 5-ish age range. They're a couple of years apart, 5, 6 years old, in that range. And they decided that, my mom was saying, they decided they wanted one of these small plastic swimming pools, like some kind of little plastic swimming pool. So they came to her and they said, Mom, and my mom was a stay-at-home mom. I think that is one of the most honorable careers in the world.
It's a career.
It's a career. Yeah, it's a job. It's a full-time job, taking care of a family. So she's home with the kids. They come in and, Mom, we want one of these pools. So what she did was genius. You need to hear this. It was genius, okay? She said, okay, babies, here's what we're going to do. She said, your dad is out. My dad at the time, he was a welder. He's worked in the oil field for years and had a couple of businesses and stuff. So he's a welder. When you weld, you're over basically fire a lot. You have these little rods that you're melting metal. You're using acetylene torches and all kinds of stuff. So you have to wear long sleeves and you have to wear stuff to cover your ears because you get what they call slag, and little fire beads go down your ears and in your shirt. So it's a hot, hot job. And we're in West Texas, so it's a hot day, right? She said, understand your dad is out working today, so you guys can have what you want and have the things you need. So she said, here's what we're going to do. She said, it would take your dad at that time, like 3 hours to get whatever it is they were asking for, like 3 hours of work. She said, so now remember, he's in a hood. He doesn't have a lot of oxygen. He's in long sleeves. He's in this heat. But you guys, I just want you two to go sit in the driveway for those 3 hours. Just sit out there. You can just enjoy yourselves. And make sure you understand you're not even doing the work. You're just sitting there, but make sure you understand the value of what it's going to cost. And if you guys can sit out there and want to sit out there for those 3 hours, when he gets home tonight, we'll go get you guys that pool.
If it's worth that.
If it's worth that. And if it's not, just let me know and it's okay. And so she said they went out about 15 minutes. They came back in. And they said, Mommy, I don't think we need a pool. And she said they were perfectly happy to play in a sprinkler, right? And I think the power of that story is really amazing. I think it was genius. Because what they did is she taught them the value of $1 in a way. She taught them the value of hard work. She taught them to respect their dad, who was out working hard at that time. And that could go either way, guys. I mean, I know families that the wife works and the husband stays home. I know families that both people work. I know split. We know that.
Absolutely.
So it's not a guy or girl thing. It's just teaching them the value and respecting the other person. So I just wanted to share that story that my mom had shared with me, and I absolutely appreciate her sharing that with me. because it was super powerful. And we do something similar. We did it with Lexi, and we're getting just about to the point of doing it with our next two. We have a book program. And Lexi is an avid reader, a reading machine, and has been for years. But one of the things that we've done is we said, look, if you'll let us pick books, so we'll pick things like, Do Hard Things, which is a book on teens and teen development written by teens, an amazing book. That's really good. 7 Habits of Highly Successful People. Some of them are a little deeper, some not. Fish Principles, about the fishmongers up in Seattle, Washington. So if you'll read these books that we encourage you to intermittently between your books that you enjoy, we'll sit down and talk about it when you finish them. And if it's a $10 book, if you can tell me about the book, I'll give you $10, and you can put that in your savings. And another thing that I did very early with her and have done with the next two is anytime they earn money, we don't do an allowance. We don't believe in allowance. So anytime they do extra work where they earn something, I'll ask them the question when we pay them, do you want to put that in your savings? Or would you like to go spend that on a candy bar and eat it and it goes away? What would you like to do? And very commonly, they always say, I want to put it in savings, because what I do is every now and then I'll go drip a few dollars in their little envelopes. And then when they come back and check it, it's grown. And so I'm trying to teach them the value of saving and earning interest over time if they do it right. So with that said, powerful story. Thought it would be great for you guys to hear tonight. So
yeah, because I think a lot of times we don't think about the fact that our kids have no idea that it actually costs money to flip that light switch on. It costs we don't just get the water to our house for free. We don't just get, they turn the remote on and the TV pops on. They don't think about the fact that those
things... The TV that costs money too, right?
The TV that costs... Yeah, and and that's the thing. I actually had a kid one time that talked to me about, well, I'm just going to go, I could have stayed at home and watched TV, or I could have said, my parents don't have to pay for me to come here because I would be much happier if I just watched, stayed at home. And it's like, well, yes, you might be happier. That might be kind of fun to just sit there and watch TV, and that's all fine. But who do you think bought that TV? Well, my mom, but it's mine. But it's yours. Okay, so how, I think a lot of times we need to be sure that our kids, it's not and that's the thing, it's not like I'm holding this over you. It's just teaching them that, one of these days, that'll be their responsibility to be able to pay the light bill and be able to pay the water bill and be able to, I want to have cable, or I want to have...
buy TVs for their kids.
Yeah. And, and just they need to understand that. And I don't think that you have to wait until they're, a teenager to actually understand that. They can understand that. They can get a grasp of it and understand and appreciate, the work that their parents both put in.
Three kind of things. First question for you. Are you intentionally articulating to your children that they should respect their other parent? Are you telling them that? Are you talking to them about that? And this is just encouragement for you to do so. Maybe you do already, and I think sometimes we do these things, and sometimes things like this that may seem natural may not seem natural to someone else. So we're just sharing ideas. So, are you talking to them? The next thing is this is huge. Are you modeling that behavior? So I'll give you, for instance, let's say, and we'll put it the other way. Let's say Glen Ann's out and works, because she does. She's at the business. She's working. I stay home and do something. Maybe I do some dishes. She comes in, she's actually good at this. She'll come in and go, man, Chip, thanks for washing those dishes that were in the sink. And she does it in front of the kids. So she's modeling that behavior of respect so they know.
And appreciation for
each other. And then I try to reciprocate that by saying, how was your day? I hope it was good. Thank you for doing what you do. So they can see that as well. So they know we respect each other for the work we do, for the work at home, for the work away from home. So are you articulating? Are you telling the kids? When the kids come up and ask you, where's dad? Where's mom? Well, they're out working today, and they're working really hard so that you can have that nice pair of shoes, and you can have that,
that bicycle. You enjoying
that? Just went out to ride. And then here's the third thing. And this is another thing kind of from my mom is, are you talking to their ears or are you talking to their heart? And I'm going to kind of finish my piece like this. And this is from my mom as well. It's something I picked up from her. One tear from your kid from a sincere heart-to-heart conversation is more valuable than days of screaming at them.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's say that again. One tear of sincerity because you've touched their heart in a serious conversation is more valuable than days of screaming, guys. It's not worth it, man. Remember, logic and emotion, your ability to think clearly, and emotions, they typically don't mix. And very commonly, God gave us amazing potential. Every single one of us. Every one of us. But he challenged us a little bit because we all many times have a weak will. And it's easy when our willpower is not strong to lose our potential. So with that said, and what I mean by that is have the willpower not to get angry, not to flash, but control that. And give a wise response. Even if it means just walking away from the situation. If your kid or your spouse has done something that just rocks your world, just walk away. And worst come to worst, take that, we call it the 24-hour rule, and breathe.
The seriously cool thing about, you're saying the weak, he allows us to have a weak will is because then whenever we overcome something, then he gets the glory. And so that's what's really cool. That's a side note.
Oh, no, that's perfect. And that's why you're here. She's the brains, man. So...
because then we know we didn't do that.
Absolutely,
we're not awesome. He is.
Absolutely. And I just want to kind of, again, I've already said I was done, but close out with it's our job. If I'm young and mess around and have a kid that I didn't intend to have, still mine.
That's right.
My job, my responsibility as a man to man up and steward that child and that child's mom and take care of business, right? So right. Just a last little closing thought. That's what we're put here for.
And I think to just reiterate the tears aren't berating, making them feel bad. It's that talking to their heart and getting them to understand and to see, okay, you trashing this or that or whatever it is or not, that somebody has to work to replace that. Somebody has to work, and man, that's hard. And getting them to understand that it's that consequences, and understanding the consequences can have a value and they can affect other people. And so,
absolutely. All right, guys, parent like a champ. Don't forget, if you will, please, because here's the thing: if you're enjoying this, if you like it, I guarantee there are other people that will too. And sometimes we're kind of shy about, I kind of like it, but share it, comment on it. And if you have questions, if you want to throw something at us, we don't have the answers, but we'll just give you our thoughts on it. Throw us the questions, man, because private message them, it doesn't matter. Because here's the other thing: if you're thinking it and you're wondering it, so is somebody else, and they're also not sure if they want to ask, so throw it out there. It's okay. There's kind of no boundaries here. Just, toss out what you want and have fun with it. But remember, parent like a champ. Love them, hug them, kiss them, take care of them. Lots of eye contact and touch their hearts, man. That's what it's all about.
That's right.
So, you have a great night. We good?
We're good.
We're good.
Good night.
Y'all have a good night, guys.